Hello, friend. Good war this weekend. I am currently reading 3 books. Still reading Tree Grows in Brooklyn. It's like a book, though, that like you could read and then put down and pick back up um, and not really miss out on much. Not to say that not a lot happens, but like I feel like it stays consistent enough that I'm not like, oh shit, I don't know who any of these people are. I'm still reading for school. I'm reading Unequal Childhoods, which is interesting. I only read 2 chapters of it, but it talks about social stratification and how it differs between, how life chances differ between not only middle class and lower class, but also racial differences. And I've also just been given another book. A Queer and Pleasant Danger, and I'm this far, being teased for how slow I'm going, but I'm reading 3 books, so give me a damn second. This is exciting because I can dog ear this book, and it's not mine. I don't see what the problem is with dog earing. I would never do it to someone else's book unless they told me to, but it's not like breaking a spine. It's different to me. Everyone's always surprised by that I dog ear books, but you know what? I have no shame. But what I want to review, since I haven't finished a book since we last spoke, is someone recently asked me what was the most effed up or screwed up book that I've ever read. And I was stumped by this question. So that's what I'm reviewing. I'm reviewing the most effed up books I've ever read. In my very first video, I talked about Bad Monkeys by Matt Ruff. And that one wasn't so much effed up as it was, also be very proud of me for not saying the actual word. I'm trying really hard. That book was phenomenal. It was so mind-blowing and weird in like a really excellent way. It was a little bit messed up. I'm like glowing. I read messed up books, but the 3 that came to mind were Bad Monkeys, which I've already reviewed, American Psycho. I've never seen the movie, but I hated the book. I hated it so much. It's like a whole lot of violence and a whole lot of gore, and like there's never any explanation and there's never any conclusion. It doesn't feel like. It's just like, hey, I'm going to be as violent and explicit as possible, and you're going to sit there and read it hoping for some kind of explanation, hoping for some kind of resolution, and you're never going to get it, and you're going to walk away and you're going to be scarred and confused. That's exactly how I felt. That book is not effed up because of the content. It's effed up because of what it lacked. Because I feel like with the proper explanations and the proper resolutions, it would have been okay to read. But I hated that book. I gave it like 1 star. It sucked. Sorry to those of you out there who liked that book. I think you're wrong. But then the third one that came to mind was Sybil. Not Civil. Sybil. There's a B. Apparently I don't enunciate well enough. That, I see, like with memoirs and stuff, like I feel like I should have like a glass of brandy and a pipe. There's a lot of controversy about that book because they're like, oh, it's a memoir, but it's not even really true, blah, blah, blah. But I find that when I read memoirs, I read them as fiction that just, happen to have the word memoir on the front, like it's a nice little coincidence. So reading it that way, I really enjoyed it. Messed up stuff, just ugh. And I think it might be because the DID, the dissociative identity disorder, like scares the bejesus out of me. I also read another book by Matt Ruff called Set This House in Order. That involved a lot of multiple personality. That really is a scary concept for me, so I think that's why I thought it was really fun. Really messed up. Those are my most effed up reads that I can think of at this moment. I'm sure as soon as I finish this video, I'll think of more. That's what I've got. And honestly, effed up reads, screwed up reads, those are the best kind. I mean, come on. That goes for TV shows, that goes for movies. That's the culture we live in. What are you going to do? Now, since I lost the battle, but I'm going to win the war, and I am keeping a tally, you've been marked down as winning the war, the little war. Here's what I have for you. Damn. 7 is my lucky number. Not so much when it comes to winning war. 7 of spades. What are you going to do? I'll come back.